يا دعاة رب السماء يا من صنعتم في الأرض نورا يا قلوبا فيها الوفاء خسركم اليوم سرورا أهلا وسهلا قولا ولحنا منا لكم كل احترام أنتم بنيتم أنتم زرعتم فيهم.
No discussion of Uzbekistan and even the countries around Uzbekistan could be complete without the mention of a soldier by the name of Taymūr. His full name, of course, Taymūr Lang, Taymūr the Lame, referred to in the Romanicized version of his name as Taimūr. Taymūr Lang lived round about the 14th century, in the early 1300s. And although he's not regarded as an Islamic scholar, and he has got various checkered history reports about him in the sense that there are many nations, Muslim nations, that consider him to be brutal, a butcher. There are many nations that consider him at least to be a unifier. Taimūr was born in the area just to the north of Samarkand, in an area historically known as the Kesh Valley, and today it is known as Shahr-e-Sabz, or the Green City. And growing up in a household of soldiers, he was descended from the Mongol hordes that had accepted Islam about 150 years earlier. Taimūr went about unifying the tribes and the countries of Central Asia, starting off from Uzbekistan and incorporating dozens of regions as far as the Delhi Sultanate all the way in India. At his height, his kingdom was around about 3/4 the size of the present-day United States and about the size of China. For his time, he was regarded as a superpower. And although many of the governments and many of the sultanates and chiefdoms that he invaded were in fact Muslim, and he was noted for the brutal approach towards warfare, he is credited with the fact that where you had various divisions that existed in the Ummah at that time, through the efforts, rightly or wrongly, of Taimūr, that they were united under one banner. Taimūr was especially feared in the Eastern European Christian cultures. The Eastern European Church, which was known at that time as the Nestorian Church, was practically destroyed by Taimūr itself, and Taimūr made sure that the descendants of that church today, from a 21st century perspective, no longer exist. Granted, the individual of Taimūr, as I had expressed before, was a checkered individual that had different pasts. However, in his interaction with Ibn Khaldun and various other scholars, he is described as a patron of poetry, a patron of many of the ulama, and he was regarded as a practicing Sunni Muslim. For the credit that he deserves, and as any soldier and any person from that medieval period would deserve, was that he unified the Muslim governments of that time. And nonetheless, Taimūr remains a historical figure and is a revered individual when it comes to the culture of Uzbekistan, with every trace of society somehow paying homage to the great Taimūr. I trust this was helpful, and inshallah next week or the next time we will conclude our discussion, especially with regards to Islam in the modern 21st century Uzbekistan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.